you took a different path. That is just like awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, I even told some of my teammates. I mean, because I told teammates it's family issues, but I really,
you knew it was.
Yeah, I knew it was.
So when we talk about the effects, and I want to switch gears a little bit about the effects, and I think you talked about some of them. When you are coping, because we live in a society, a Western culture, where we don't want to feel anything. And when I say feel anything, I mean pain. Nobody wants to feel pain. Nobody wants to really feel sad and really feel, anger is kind of more of a physical outlet. But so we live in a society where when we feel just an inch of pain, we want to run from it. And that way of running is to, use the drugs, the alcohol. Some people gamble. Now we have sex addiction. We got all sorts of vices that people are doing right now. But I want to say that might be the easiest thing to do, is to run and go get a drink, because for some teens it start with experimentation, and then it can move on to, if you're dealing with a struggle in your life, the alcohol is the first thing that you want to gravitate towards in order to make yourself feel better. But there is help out there. There are a lot of organizations that can help you, and I think a lot of the teens need to be aware that you can go to your family doctor, you can go to a school counselor. There are a lot of different things that you can, a lot of different places that you can go to in order to get help for the problem.
I can even say, going to your school, going to the doctor, period. First of all, the doctor's going to ask you if something wrong with you. You're not going to ask your parents. So even if you don't want your parents to know, there are doctors out there who will keep it between you, because that's still your rightful privacy.
Yes.
And like I said, I think a lot of teens are scared because, they're afraid the doctor, is going to tell their parents and everything, but doctors do respect privacy.
They do respect privacy.
So.
They do respect privacy. And I just want to say, some of the effects of alcohol use can be loss of control. So we know that sometimes, people who abuse alcohol, we kind of, like I heard from you guys today, talk about, you, Quentin, the loss of control that you've experienced, where you found yourself not performing on the field when you were playing sports. And looking at that was one reason to get you to turn around and move away from alcohol. But we also have depression, personality distortion.
Personality is a big one.
Yeah.
Because I've also seen what alcohol do to people, and I always say what's in you will soon to come out. So, and it's like,
it does,
being intoxicated or under the influence of something, it has a way of bringing stuff like that in you. And then like, you end up arguing with somebody, you're intoxicated, but you end up arguing with somebody, and you end up saying something, and you can tell that always been in you, and that you always wanted to get that out. But now, since you drinking or whatever, it just slips out, or
it slips out.
And that can make or break relationships too.
It can. And I grew up with, my mom was a problem drinker growing up, and I think that was one of the things that turned me off from alcohol, because she used to be violent. She used to get her personality distortion was really, really, it was like aggressive. And when I saw how alcohol changed the personality, I was like, oh, I don't ever want to drink, and because I don't want to turn. But my mom doesn't drink anymore. I mean, this was years ago. But observing that as a child, it was scary to me, and I was like, no thanks.
Yeah, because I know a person. He was nice. Like, when you see this dude, you think of him as a nice person. He talks proper. He dressed nicely and everything. And he was a good person. But I seen him when he was drunk, and it's not a good thing. He throws things. He starts fights.
So what should we be saying to teens out here who are tuned in today's show when they feel peer pressured into drinking? What should we be saying to them?
I think
drinking is not fun, and being drunk is not fun.
That's not the only way to deal with your problem.
Yeah, because some people think being drunk is fun. It's not. Because I've been drunk, and you wake up the next day not knowing what happened. Like me, I woke up,
There's a loss of control.
I forgot where I was. I was in a whole different state. I was in Chicago. I thought I was back home in Detroit.
And you stopped alcohol on your own, but a lot of teens may not be able to do what you did. I mean, and so I think we need to really let everybody know out there that, you know, this may be a bigger problem. You know, you, Quentin, were able to do it on your own, but if there is a teen out there who is struggling with alcohol, they need to consult a school counselor or their family doctor, because it may be a problem, because for you it's a problem bigger.
Or really anybody they can trust, that they know will hold privacy. Anyone, because little do you know, anyone can help. Anyone, I mean, like me, I mean, I helped myself, but I mean, I went to some people. You know, it took my little cousin to help me. What, she's only, what, 5? Because she
observed some of your behavior when you were drunk.
And she's only 5. So like I said, anyone can help, and it comes from experiences. You know, it only takes one bad experience, but God forbid that's what you wanted to take.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want something bad to happen to realize that you have to stop.
Yes, and there are teens out there where they may have one bad experience, but that might not be enough to get them to stop. But for you, your 5-year-old cousin observing her older cousin drunk was enough for you to turn away from the alcoholism. Okay. Well, I thank you all for sharing. If you or someone you know is struggling with alcoholism, go to our website at teenvoicesforreal.com for more information and resources. Find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and visit our website at teenvoicesforreal.com for upcoming showtimes. I'm Dr. Carol Van Dyke. Thanks for tuning in, and hope this helps.